Thanks for joining me. So I would like to talk about um, healthy skin and particularly the face because it's just been on my mind for the last few days to talk about it. And one thing that I've experienced for pretty much most of my life is people complimenting me on my skin. And I usually would just kind of, you know, oh, thank you, because I've never actually made any efforts to keep my skin the way it is. So some people might think it's genetic, um, but I do know that if I didn't do what I've always done, I don't think my skin would be clear in the way that it is. So genetics, maybe. Um, there's a lot of factors, okay? And I could sit here for an hour probably talking about it. And a lot of people will have different tendencies of expressions through the skin. And, some people will tend to have eczema or psoriasis or acne. And it's just the way the body is choosing to express toxicity out. Okay? So that's one thing for sure, is knowing that a lot of it is connected to toxicity. So I'm just going to go through some basic things that you may or may not have thought about that is related to having clear skin. And mostly I'm talking about the face, but really it can apply to overall, all right? So first thing is, especially women, no makeup. Okay, so I can talk about this for a while. I do not wear makeup ever. I used to wear, like maybe in my teenage years and early 20s, a little bit of makeup. And one day I was yelled at by a friend because she saw me putting makeup on in the car and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I swear to God, from that day, I never wore makeup ever again. That was in my early 20s. So what I'm saying is makeup is a lot of it, okay, regardless if it's, natural, right? You are still adding things to your face to kind of, it, regardless of whether or not there's chemicals, you're still adding something there, and it's still something of a foreign substance on your skin. And your body is still going to respond to that in some way. I am coming more from an energetic standpoint at this time. If it's a chemical makeup thing, that will definitely cause problems because your skin will absorb everything into your body and not only affect your face, but it's going to affect your organs, your endocrine system, and everything. Okay? So when I talk about the natural stuff, it is still not necessary, and it is maybe a little better than the chemical stuff. However, you need to remember that naturally, this is a made-up human concept. Makeup is not necessary for anyone. It is not real. It is an illusion. So when you wear that makeup, you may be an artist, so for you this is artistic. That's another story. Makeup artists are very artistic, and I think that it is a form of art. However, if you wear makeup and you went out of your way to get natural stuff, in some way or another you're saying, I am not pretty enough or beautiful enough unless I wear this makeup. And what that's going to do is it's going to create this skewed perception of yourself. So when you take off that makeup, your skin, you might not feel like you look beautiful in the way when you put on makeup. So in a way you are creating a shift in the way your skin looks, but it's more from your own eyes, okay? This is a more expansive concept, but I thought I'd put it out there because really, we don't need makeup, okay? And the less you wear makeup, the more you will get used to seeing yourself without it, and the more you will start to see the beauty that is there. So no makeup. That's first thing, okay? Second thing, no soap. Now, what happens if you wash your hands too much? They get dry. As of recently, a lot of people have experienced this, right? Your face, your body, especially the face, because that's where I'm focusing right now, needs oils and bacteria to be healthy. Our skin has natural oils and bacteria. Washing your face with soap isn't necessarily healthy. I'm telling you right now, most days I literally splash my face with water and like, that's it. In the shower, as long as I have a natural soap, which I always do, I have black soap right now. Black soap is a nice kind of antibacterial, antifungal soap. I barely have any on my hands, and I just do a quick boom, done. I do not scrub. I do not sit there for a couple minutes exfoliating and all this stuff. You know what? I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I just know that for me, it doesn't work. And I would say if people would just leave their face naturally the way it is, the face would look a lot more vibrant. So soap, especially in that way, scrubbing, not good, not good. Keep your face as natural as possible. You're not dirty if you don't use soap. Simple washing with water is good enough. Some people have even used oil to wash their face. You can look that up. Basically, you're scrubbing your face with oil, and that can be good for certain skin types. You just have to choose the right oil. That's another video topic probably, because it's all based on our body type. Anyways, another thing. So third point, clean diet, okay? Obviously, if you eat sugar and processed and a lot of animal food, animal-based products, which can carry a lot of extra hormones and toxins, you are going to have more problems with your skin. Okay, naturally, we should be more in a consumption of consuming of plant-based products because it's more easily absorbed and more easily processed by the body. And it's not going to sit and stagnate in our body like the way a lot of this other heavy stuff can sit. Okay, what does that do? It slows down your whole body. The toxins sit longer. And what does the body do? Well, it can't go out one way, so it's going to come out through your skin. And that's why you really need to be careful of the food you eat. Now, again, there's other layers to this. Emotional. If you don't feel good about yourself, if you're stressed, you're just going to reach for whatever you feel, and that will create issues for your skin, right? So it's not necessarily a bad thing if the skin is expressing stuff. It's actually probably a good thing because your body's not holding on to all this crap inside you because it's trying to find an outlet, right? So you need to look at the skin as an outlet of toxicity. So this is, a lot of people try to like cover up and put stuff and like suppress. You need to work from the inside. So a clean, I would say plant-based diet would be ideal, all right? Another thing I do naturally, this is fourth point now, cleansing the liver daily. Your liver processes a lot of toxins and hormones. A lot of people get hormonal acne. You need to cleanse your liver and other organs too. I'm just going to talk about the liver because it's a big one. So just simple things. I've talked about in another video. Lemon, green tea. I use matcha green tea every day, like for years now I've been using it. Turmeric, easy. Throw it into stuff. Throw it into your smoothie. I throw it into my little concoction in the morning. Smoothies with greens, ginger, flax seeds, spirulina, omega, other omegas, chia seeds, beets, anything that cleans the liver, okay? You can make smoothies and clear your body every morning and get those dark greens in, the algae. It's really important because the more you do that, the more clear your skin will be. Moringa is another one, forgot to mention. There's so many. And if you never do this, you will feel it. You will feel little, maybe even a little icky because your liver is like, oh, we got to get rid of this stuff. And you might feel a little off. I've seen people react to eating moringa. Like I've seen people, like they've told me, my body doesn't react to anything because it's used to this constant release of toxins. So the more you do it, the more it'll just become like a second nature to your body, and it'll just be like, oh yeah, there you are. Okay, let's start moving this stuff out. We're consuming toxins every day, even through our breath. It's really important to release them. Okay. The fifth point I want to make is you need to have minimum 2 to 3 bowel movements every single day. So you can work on your liver, but if you're constipated, defeats the purpose. There's really no point, like 0 point. Your bowels need to move. And if you're not moving your bowels, guaranteed your body's holding toxins, and then it's just going to try and exit out through your skin. All right? So minimum, honestly, like at least 2 bowel movements a day. And this might be like ridiculous to some people. How do you do that? Get your smoothies in. Get your insoluble and soluble fibers, like from fruits and vegetables is the more insoluble, and soluble would be like the flax seeds and like the chia seeds, and the more dense, the fibers that kind of become more compact, psyllium, things like that, okay? You need those fibers to pull things out and to pull toxins out and to move the bowels, right? So it's really important to have a healthy gut. Probiotics are also helpful. You don't necessarily need to take a supplement. You can get it through fermented products, kefir, although you could get coconut kefir to avoid dairy if you want. Tempeh, there's sauerkraut, there's all kinds, okay? You need to try and keep your gut healthy because a lot of things in our environment can throw off our gut and create inflammation. And what's that can do? Again, it'll translate into your skin. So really important, all right? This is now to more of the skin stuff that you can do. What you put on your skin to moisturize. Again, probably a whole other video. I love shea butter. My skin is naturally more on the dry side, so I can handle a thicker kind of substance on my skin, and I know that it's keeping it a lot younger and healthier than, that maybe some other people my age. Another thing, like you may want to look into Ayurveda and the doshas and see what body type you are, because usually they tell you what kind of oils your skin will like. So there's 3 doshas, Pitta, Vata, Kapha, or Kapha, and they each have specific oils that work with them, especially even to eat internally. For me, coconut oil doesn't work on my skin, at least on my face. It usually creates little pimples. Okay, so you really need to kind of research that and experiment. I never ever use anything from even like health stores. I only do like simple 1 ingredient things. Okay, that's it. And even something like you can get extra antioxidants through your skin, like sea buckthorn oil, rosehip oil, vitamin E oil, which is a bit more synthetic. So I prefer something more like that's extracted from some sort of a fruit. So, or the rosehip oil, which I believe is also kind of like a fruit or a berry. Sorry, can't remember. But sea buckthorn, really good. Even internally, you can take it. So no chemicals in your moisturizers. Honestly, I would pretty much get rid of all the anything you have that has like 50 ingredients on it. Just chuck it, especially if it's not from a health food store. Yeah, okay. So antioxidants, that's the 7th point I wanted to make. So antioxidants, I kind of mentioned because it's in my smoothies, it's in my tea every day. But antioxidants will really help keep your cells younger. Not only your skin, but your brain, your eyes, everywhere, your heart. So I use green tea, matcha green tea powder, cocoa powder, berries in my smoothies have a lot of antioxidants. You can also, so the sea buckthorn is the one I was mentioning. You can buy the oil and you can put it on your skin, test it out. For me, it just creates a nice little glow when I do use it, and it's good to prevent wrinkles and stuff like that because antioxidants, it's keeping your cells more protected from damage, right? And you can also take it internally. A lot of nuts and seeds also have, so nuts and seeds in your smoothies, you can eat them. They can have various types of minerals and vitamins that are good for your skin, like vitamin E, zinc, selenium. Carrots have vitamin A. Sea buckthorn also has vitamin A and C. So it's really good to just be aware of, like, where can you easily just consume some extra antioxidants for your body. Vitamin C is really important. So if you can, just get it through your food, or you can get it through natural products like, camu is a one, acerola is another one. These are just berries that you can't really find easily, so you would buy them as powders. All right. Another thing, so the eighth point I want to make, awareness of stress-induced skin issues. So most of the work I do is actually getting to the root, right? So I've seen rashes clear by healing a childhood trauma, or at least they get cleared, and a layer of it gets cleared, so the skin issue gets better. A lot of skin issues are not only toxins, they are trauma related. An example is the eczema on the back of my neck, which is actually getting better, and I will update everyone on a future video how I channeled information to understand how to actually heal it. And I wasn't ready to do this until recently during this whole awakening time. So hey, woo, okay. So a lot of skin issues are very, very much related to unresolved traumas. You can also determine, like, the part of the body, the part of the face, even what organs. Okay, this could be another point, but basically, well, kind of the same thing. So whatever organs are out of balance, meridians, each part of the face has different connections to different parts of the body. So that's one way to look at it energetically. And the other way is tuning into, what is this skin issue trying to tell me on a deeper level? You communicate with it. The body is talking to you. So there's many layers. There is, okay, what can I clean up in my diet? What can I change that I put on my face? And what am I doing spiritually, emotionally? How am I going to shift that? Okay. Now, genetics, like I said at the beginning, it may play a part in how things are expressed. Sometimes these are called miasms in homeopathic terms. So miasms are the expression of the tendencies that certain people have in the way they express symptoms. Okay. And then it can be carried through many generations. But see, this is where the energy healing can come in really nicely, and you clear some ancestral stuff, you clear some ancestral beliefs, you clear an old infection that has been carried energetically through many generations and is still affecting you. These are big things. This is like, when this kind of healing comes up, it can clear a bunch of crap that your body's holding and manifesting as symptoms. It's not even your stuff. All right? I feel like I go on for an hour. Okay, so I just like to keep the videos shorter. I think it's better for attention span purposes. So thank you for joining me. So hopefully this kind of made you think, regardless of whether or not you have like issues with your face or other parts of your body. It's a bigger topic than just the skin. It's like, are you taking care of your body? Are you doing what you need to do to keep your whole body healthy? Because your skin is a big expression of what's actually going on underneath, right? So thank you for joining me. If you like this video, please click like, because it does help to get more attention when you do click like on it somehow on YouTube. I don't really get it yet, but yeah. And please share if you know people who might feel this video is helpful. See you soon. Thank you. Bye.